Right students, so in this video class I am going to teach you salts of the oxo acids. Right. So before knowing about the salts of the oxo acids, so it is better to know what is oxo acid. So in a given acid, OH group and next one oxo group. OH and next one oxo. Both are connected with a same atom. If both are connected with the same atom, then that acid is known as oxo acid. The given acid, if OH group, a hydroxyl group and oxo group, it means double bond O. If both are connected with the same atom, then that acid is known as oxo acid. I will give you example for the oxo acid. You can take sulfuric acid, H2SO4. In H2SO4, double bond O connected with oxygen and OH groups also connected with oxygen. OH groups are connected with oxygen. And the next one, you can take H2CO3. H2CO3, hydrogen carbonate. Here, oxo group connected with the oxygen, carbon, and the OH groups also connected with the carbon only. And one more example, H3PO4. H3PO4, this is phosphoric acid. In this one, double bond O connected with phosphorus and OH groups also present. 3 OH groups are present. These all are examples for the oxo acids. Because here, in all these acids, so central atom is connected with the oxo group, that is double bond O, and the next one hydroxyl group, that is OH group. So now, when alkali metals react with these oxo acids, they can form salts of the oxo acids. Okay, when alkali metals react with these oxo acids, they can give our salts of oxo acids. So let us I will give you some examples. Sodium, when you treat with sodium, when it is treated with H2SO4, this one gives Na2SO4 less hydrogen gas. So now here, this is the salt of oxo acid and its name is sodium sulfate. And one more example, sodium when it is treated with H2CO3, then we can get here Na2CO3. This is sodium carbonate, and here you can get hydrogen gas. Right? So next one more example, when you treat this sodium with H3PO4, we can get here Na3PO4, and you can get here hydrogen gas. So now to balance this equation, you multiply this one with 3 times, and next one here you multiply this one with 2 times, and here multiply with 2 times. So better to take 6 here, and the next one, what about number of hydrogens? 6 present, so here multiply with 3. So which is a balanced equation. 6 sodiums, 2 into 3, 6 sodiums, and the next one 2 PO4 groups are there. Here also 2 PO4 groups are there. 6 hydrogens, and here also 6 hydrogens present. So guys, these all are examples for the salts of oxo acids. So these all are obtained by treating alkali metal with oxo acid. That's why these are known as salts of oxo acids. Next one, I can give you some more examples for the salts of oxo acid. We can take NaHCO3, sodium hydrogen carbonate, and you can take NaHSO4, sodium hydrogen sulfate, and you can take K2CO3, and you can take KHCO3, and etc. You can take number of examples for the salts of oxo acids given by sodium when it is given by alkali metals when they are reacted with the oxo acids. So right guys, these all salts are soluble in water. These all are soluble in water and they contain high melting and boiling point, or they are thermally stable. So they all are thermally stable. Okay. So now if you take the salts of carbonates like Na2CO3 and Li2CO3, K2CO3, Rb2CO3 and CS2CO3. So now here from top to bottom the stability of the carbonate increases. From top to bottom the stability of the carbonate increases. Now here this one is least stable and even it doesn't exist in solid state. So now this Li2CO3 decomposes to give Li2O and next one carbon dioxide. So here lithium is the smallest ion and this one has more polarizing power. Due to the polarizing power here, this one decomposes to Li2O and next one CO2. So right, this is about the salts of the oxo acids. So right students, next topic, anomalous properties of lithium. Anomalous properties of lithium. So lithium shows different properties when it is compared with the rest of the elements in the first A group. So now let us discuss some anomalous properties of lithium when it is compared with the rest of the elements present in the same group. Okay. First one guys, this lithium is much more harder metal comparing with the other metals, sodium, potassium, rubidium and cesium. When comparing with these metals, this one is harder. And next one, this one contains more melting and boiling points, than other metals of the first A group. This one is much more harder and contains more melting and boiling points than other elements present in the first A group. And next one, second one, which is least reactive. This one is least reactive comparing with the other elements in the first A group. Why this is least reactive? Because of the small size. Other elements or other atoms of the elements are present in large size. So now when size increases, then removal of electron is difficult from this one. So losing of electron is difficult for lithium, but here size is more. So for other elements, removal of electron is easy. So if the electron removal becomes difficult, then reactivity decreases. But here the removal of electron is very easy, they are high reactive. So now here this one is least reactive due to the small size. But even though this one acts as a very good reducing agent, actually the reducing nature depends upon capacity to release the electron. Here lithium is little bit for lithium it is little bit difficult to release the electron because this electron is attracted by the nucleus due to the less distance. But even though this one acts as a good reducing agent, you know the reason I told you in previous video classes, that is, so here this one has more hydration energy. This one shows more hydration energy. So because of the small size, so when it is dissolved in water, number of water molecules, this one is lithium ion is surrounded by number of water molecules and liberates more amount of the hydration energy. So due to the more hydration energy, this one acts as a good reducing agent, even though it contains least reactivity. Okay, and next one, third one, LiCl. So this is lithium chloride. This LiCl is known as deliquescent salt. which is known as deliquescent salt. Deliquescent salt means what? Deliquescent salt means the salt which absorbs water from the surroundings or from atmosphere and turns into liquid is known as deliquescent salt. So lithium absorbs the water molecules present in the atmosphere and it is present as hydrated salt, that is LiCl.2H2O. So in this liquid, LiCl is present in the dissolved state, right? And the next one, LiHCO3. So LiHCO3, this one does not exist in solid state. It does not exist in solid state. So right, before talking about this, one more point I have to explain here. LiCl is a deliquescent salt. It means this one can absorb the water molecules from the atmosphere. But other metal chlorides means NaCl, KCl, RbCl. So these are not deliquescent salts because they won't absorb water molecules and they won't turn into liquid state. Only LiCl has that property. Now let us discuss about this one. Lithium hydrogen carbonate, it doesn't exist in solid state. So right. The next one, LiHCO3 guys. This one doesn't exist. In solid state, but other alkali metals, hydrogen carbonates. It means NaHCO3 and KHCO3, they exist in solid state. But this one, lithium hydrogen carbonate, doesn't exist in solid state. And the next one, this one, lithium doesn't form ethanite by reacting with ethine. So here this lithium doesn't react with ethine to form the lithium ethanite, but other metals like sodium and potassium, they can react with this one and form ethanite. Here you can get sodium ethanite. Right. And the next one, this is fourth one. And the next fifth one, lithium nitrate, LiNO3. This one decomposes to give Li2O plus NO2 gas, and the next one oxygen gas. 4 moles of the LiNO3. Lithium nitrate decomposes to give 2 moles of the Li2O and 4 moles of the NO2 and 1 mole of O2. But other nitrates, other alkali metal nitrates, example NaNO3, this one decomposes to give the sodium nitrite, that is NaNO3 plus we can get here oxygen gas. And next one, last one, lithium oxide and lithium fluoride. These salts won't soluble in water. They are insoluble or slightly soluble in water. But other oxides and next one, other fluorides of the first year group elements, they are soluble. And next one, lithium reacts with the oxygen, forms Li2O. And next one, lithium reacts with the nitrogen directly and forms lithium nitrite. So right guys, lithium reacts with oxygen, gives lithium oxide. But other metals, sodium, potassium, rubidium, they give peroxides and superoxides. They won't give monoxides like Li2O. So next one, lithium directly reacts with nitrogen and gives lithium nitride. but other elements they won't react with the nitrogen directly. So these are the anomalous properties of the lithium. Okay, so next guys, the next topic, similarities between lithium and the next one magnesium. So already we know that guys, lithium and the next one magnesium, so both exhibit diagonal relationship. Lithium and magnesium, so both exhibit diagonal relationship. And the next one, the sizes of the lithium and the next one Mg plus 2 ion, so both are almost equal. So this one has size 76 picometers and this one has size 72 picometers. So due to the similar sizes here, so these exhibit diagonal relationship. So now let us discuss similarities between these two. So first one guys, these two are harder metals. These two are harder and next one they are lighter metals. So right, lithium and magnesium both are harder and lighter comparing with the elements present in first A and next one in second A group. Lithium is harder and lithium is lighter comparing with the first A group elements, like that magnesium is harder and lighter comparing with the second A group elements. And the next one, second one, both reacts with water slowly. So both, I mean magnesium and lithium both react with water. Both react with water slowly. But metals present in the first A group other than lithium and present in the second A group other than magnesium, they react with water vigorously. But here both react with water slowly. Okay. And the next one, third one, Li2O and the next one MgO2, magnesium oxide. So these two won't react with the excess amount of the oxygen to give the superoxides and the next one peroxides. You know that other metals gives in the first A group superoxides and the next one peroxides, but here they won't give. This is MgO, Li2O and MgO, magnesium oxide. And the next one, fourth point, lithium and the next one magnesium. So both directly react with nitrogen and gives lithium nitride and the next one magnesium nitride. It is Mg3N2. So write these two, lithium and magnesium, both directly react with nitrogen and gives lithium nitride and the next one magnesium nitride. And the next one, carbonates of the lithium magnesium, LiCO3 and the next one Li2CO3 and MgCO3. So here these two are decomposes to give Li2O and next one carbon dioxide. Here this one decomposes to give MgO and the next one carbon dioxide. But other oxides of the first A and second A group element, so they won't dissociate simply like this. Next one, hydrogen carbonates of lithium and magnesium. So these two do not exist in solid state. These two do not exist in solid state, but other hydrogen carbonates of first A group and second A group, they exist in the solid state. And next one, the chlorides of the lithium, and next one chloride of the magnesium, LiCl and MgCl2. So these two are deliquescent salts. These two are deliquescent salts. Already I told you. So in the atmosphere, they can absorb the water molecules and they exist as hydrated salts. So lithium lithium LiCl 1 unit associates with 2 water molecules, and MgCl2 associates with 8 water molecules. But remaining chlorides of the first A and second A won't show this kind of property. So right guys, and this is about similarities between lithium and next one magnesium.